Just that light. I think we're good to go. Fantastic. Oops. Here we go. Pull that way. Fantastic. Okay. So in this, thank you for rocking up and choosing to spend your time with me. In this episode, or series really, I guess is part one of the series. I'm getting, I need to get 12 paintings organized for an art exhibition. That's what I need to do, get 12 paintings ready for an art exhibition. And this is going to be one of them. So that's great. I've got one done. I've got one already framed. And so that's, I've got 2 then. So there's 10 to go. And I'm going to go through some of my older paintings. So some from last year and the year before. And see if I can touch them up. And sort of try and reach, I don't know if it's a level where I am now, because they were pretty good paintings in their own right. But that's my goal today, and I thought I would start by doing a signature on this one. So this is the finished piece if you've been watching the series of Dances in the Dark. And this is the end. This is where I've decided to leave this painting and call it a day. And I'm pretty happy with it. So what it needs though is a signature. And I thought I would do one, if I can find it, using my turquoise pencil, because turquoise was sort of the hero colour. Where is that pencil gone? I'd like to use the turquoise pencil. Sometimes my eyes get confused by all the blues. Is it? Here it is, right in front of me. Fantastic. Well done, David, for a cracking start. I think it's traditional, just get it down in here. Go, DJK 24. And voila, we are done. Let's move this coffee out the way. We can take this off the drop down. Take that one off. Just find a safe place to put it. Safe place. This looks like a safe place down in here. Just slip some glassine over the top. Glassine is what Architects Pastels. Here we go. Now I need to drop this down because I'm going to put a higher one on, which is my clip, that one. That one. It's down here. Back. And see if we can get this in without there being tears. Yeah. Is that? Oh, welcome to the viewers. If you've just joined, I have just finished signing the last painting I did, and I'm getting. I want to go into have an exhibition, a local exhibition, and I need 12 paintings, and I'm going through my collection of paintings. So I've got two ready for one that's been framed. The one I've just done is going to be framed. I'll do that this afternoon, I think. Gonna work? No. Sorry, just blow the dust off. Here we go. And this is one I'd like to put in the exhibition. I'll bring up the reference photo that I had for it originally. So that's the reference photo, and this was Pre-Illumination Seth as well, who did this one, who did my previous he did that series of paintings of Asian ballroom dancers that I got really inspired by. And there's just a few things about this painting that I felt I needed to go back and touch up. And because it's a portrait size, you know, it's a vertical painting, not a horizontal one, a landscape. And the pastel mat has a tendency to curl at the bottom. What that leads to is, as the pastel dust settles, get pastel dust along the bottom. Is a bit annoying. That can be fixed today. Get some hands sorted. So this is what I'm doing for the next few weeks on the live stream, is just getting the paintings sorted. Get those greens as well. And so particularly around his eye, I felt I needed to just fix his eye. It does actually have this sort of droop, but the lighting is just not quite where I want it to be on his eye, so that's something I want to fix today. I can just adjust it a little bit more. creating any fear of things falling off. A number of the photos that or paintings I had, I don't have the reference photo anymore. And that's quite a good thing, because it'll just force me to come up with my own interpretation. Oh, hi. Oh, isn't that nice that YouTube recommended? I hope YouTube wasn't, didn't put your crook there. Now, is it Priscilla? Did I get that right? You're very welcome to be here. I'm working with pan pastels. So if you've enjoyed pan pastels in the past, that'll be why they've sent you here. Just going to get a few more darks down the bottom here. Just to get rid of some of that dust, which you can't see me do because zoom out some more. Zoom out anymore? Let's move the camera back. Here we go. Subtly. I don't want to spend much time on the base, because some of this I don't in my framing. I've been learning how to frame myself, and I use a special tape. I wonder if I've got it handy. See it there, but it just sits around the edge of the glass, and it's specially designed for artwork, and just lifts the glass about 2 or 3 millimeters away from the painting. And I do edge to edge, so I'm no longer in love with doing mats around a picture. I prefer just to have it straight to the edge. And later on this year, I'm going to have a crack at there's a way where you just put the glass right on top of the pastel, and just seal it around with your painter's tape. So I've got a painting. Where is it? So that's artist tape. So non-acidic. Never want to use masking tapes. Well, I suppose if it's just for your own work, it doesn't matter. But masking tape's acidic, and it'll break down the paper. Go yellow. Yucky, don't do it. Now, so there's a few things I want to do with this particular painting, and I want to get his eye right first of all. Oh, you own some. Oh, you own some pan pastels. Fantastic. And you haven't used them. This is what happens with everyone. They get pan pastels and they don't use them. So here's the set. This was my portrait set that I made up for my last painting. And turquoise was the major colour. I've just absolutely fallen in love with turquoise. I've learnt it's fantastic for shadows. Chip goes the phone. Might just get a fresh. Oh, that one is fairly fresh. Cleaner. Just put clean applicator on, and the pan pastel, it's such a different. So over here I've got just my normal pastel sticks, and this painting here was a mixture of pan pastel and pastel sticks, and I probably use some pastel pencil around the mouth and any little details. I can see I used a white charcoal on the fingernail. But you can do a painting on here. I tended to use pastel pencil in the hair. You can do a whole painting with just pan pastels, and that's what I've been pushing myself to do. Let's get this eye. So I really hope you launch yourself into, I just really get my own eye in. Zoom up my reference photo as big as I dare. So I can understand what's happening. Shut up while I'm doing this little bit. This is a, I immediately start talking again. This is an orange tint. Do you use other pastels, Chriselle? Oh, there we go. You've already preempted me. You've got some sticks and pastels too. Yes, we end up with a collection of supplies. We do end up, and it can be really hard to stop that, because pastels, there's so many of them, and they're just beautiful to look at and to touch. Bit of dark orange. In the most delicate of phases, this eye's been bugging me for months and months. I've had this on my wall. Just couldn't quite work out what I wanted to do with it. You just need to be a little bit lighter. And need to bring some of that lightness. Yeah. Know what I've done up here? I've put a wouldn't do it again. Put some tints of it looks like a green, so I probably did something like this tint here, which I think is chromium oxide. Oh no, it's permanent green. I'd probably put a bit of permanent green up there, and I very much like having green in my paintings, but I still need the heat coming off his, and where the light's hitting is, so I need something warmer is what I'm trying to say. Words are hard. So, and mainly had left his eyebrow as negative space. Need to pull a little bit. A little bit. It's odd. I'm doing little marks that probably whoever ends up buying this piece will not really think about, but I think about them. I just need it to be better. Just trying to get to move from good to better. It's this light here that I just lost. So, where were we? About pastel sticks and just how you start getting supplies. Very hard to stop. Let's gyrate it. More of a do have his hair coming down, which is great. When I decided to go back over these paintings and get them ready for the exhibition, I was a little worried. There's a fear you get with artwork that maybe if you retouch it, you'll break it. But sometimes you just got to be brave. And it's funny actually, as I'm looking at it and I see how I've painted it and I go, I don't know that I'd do that again. Not that way. Let's get that phone going. About that. That eye again. Almost where I want it. Almost, but just not quite. The smallest amount of... Okay. That's better. Okay. Let's leave his eye alone for now. And I've got his... Let's just slap orange in there. Yep. More. Okay. It's interesting looking at a picture again. Oh, do it that way. Okay. How you choose to do something at the time. Because these days, let me just, what I'd slap in here, which I think is missing, is turquoise. Turquoise on his chin. So I learnt that turquoise got this beautiful blue-grey and where previously I've really struggled to find my shadow colours. Like, you know what? I think I've a winner. You know, I came back to this painting thinking I just want to work on his eye, and here I am. Into everything. Isn't really the intent. Because wow, I really want it's on. Okay. It's colours that I didn't know I had in my palette. I'm still happy. This beautiful green under her chin. It's still working for me. I don't want to touch that. Tone some things down a bit. I had sort of got carried away. Okay, what we need, tissue. Get back and think. Okay, it's enough thinking. Orange down here now. Sweeps up. Guys. Good. Okay. Her hand. Her Her hand gave me a lot of problems. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. See what I'm working on. Oh, that's not the most steady camera work. Got lost in her hands. Couldn't find the right notes. Not quite blue. There we go. So, yeah, so her hands, I'm not, her hands are actually fine. I'm gonna bang away too much at them. Want more life. A bit too green. So we'll get some dark orange. So this is orange extra dark. That shade. Orange extra dark. Go from more red. Orange. Extra. Oh, that's very sweet of you to say. How long have I been painting? So I started painting. I first started painting in, I think it was 2003. I did about 12 pictures, all with pastel, and I had bought, and then, this is how old it was. These are Winsor Newton pastels. They don't even make them anymore. So I bought a bunch of those, and 11 of those paintings were terrible, and one was good. And I've got it framed in our hallway here at home. And then I had a real busy job. I had 2 young children, and I just lost interest. I couldn't do it. And so I stopped naturally, and then when the pandemic started, so what was that? COVID-19. So 2020, and we were all locked up, nothing to do. I went and found my pastels, and I did a picture and I posted it on LinkedIn, and I got a whole lot of people said they liked it. It was terrible. It was a really bad painting, but I thought, oh well, how many paintings would it take for me to get good? And I figured it would probably take about 50 for me to get good or be proficient and know what I'm doing, and 100 to get good. So I'm actually up to just under 100 or around 100. I don't think I've cracked the 100 yet. I stopped counting when I got to about 80. And what are we looking for? We're looking for turquoise. That's what we're looking for, turquoise. And so I don't think I actually have talent. What I have is stubbornness. And your stubbornness has got me a really long way. I just and the thing you have to be stubborn for is that inner voice inside your head which is saying, you can't do this, you can't do this. Who do you think you are painting? What do you know, like even streaming, it was like, who do you think you are streaming? That was what that inner voice was saying to me. You shouldn't be doing this, you don't know what you're doing. And you need the stubbornness to just say, oh, well, let's just do it anyway, eh? Let's just give it a go. And if we do it enough times, we'll probably get good at it. And then it'll be okay. So thank you for your kind words, but I don't view it as talent. Watch that, David. Here it comes up. Sorry, let me just fix this bit here. Some of that dust. But yeah, so the channel, I used to do sort of high performance management, helping people triple their productivity, and was something I was really good at. Thought, you know what, I should just, during the pandemic, I just need to put those principles, do them in my own life. And show people that if even if you can't draw or paint, so I'm not a great drawer. I'm more a colorer. It's not even a word. I think it's colorist is the word. That's what I've been focusing on is just learning my colors and let's get some turquoise in there. Come on. Up. What we want. That's what we see. Turquoise. like to. So the point of the channel was to show people that if you just keep doing something, eventually you'll get the hang of it. I mean, we're like that with driving, right? You start off and it's quite terrifying learning to drive. Well, I found it that way. Actually, I was probably quite young, so you just think you can do anything when you're young. I've known people who get quite terrified at learning to drive, and you're not a good driver for a couple of years, but you just keep doing it. I've done hundreds of thousands of kilometers in my life now. I don't know how that relates to in miles. It's probably a couple of 100,000 miles of my life. And you just get good at it because you're doing it so often. And so when I'm painting, every painting's an adventure. Oh, it's Joanna. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. I was just wrapped up in my monologue, chatting away. Joanna. You're 57. Okay, great. Well, we're similar age. There you go. And so you're at the perfect age for painting. Chris, you're at the perfect time because parts of your life there's and what are you going to do? I can do gardening, right? You know, it's my hobby. It's not a hobby, it's work. You got to keep on top of those things. But painting, and Joanna's joined the chat, so she'll be able to talk to that as well. Painting's one of those rare things where it's like, why are we doing this? Why do we even do this? Like, it's such a human experience. I can't think of any other creature on earth that creates things for just their own enjoyment. And because really you never know if you do a painting, will anyone else like this? I don't know. People might look at my stuff and go, ooh, that's awful. And that's okay. There's artworks I don't like, but when you've got a few years under your belt, you also see and feel things differently as you're older. I see things, you know, when I picked up painting 20 years later, I saw things differently than what I did when I was a young gun. So I think it's a good time for you to. And if you're really interested in pan pastels, there's a YouTuber, Les Darlow, L-E-S, Darlow, D-A-R-L-O-W, I think, Darlow. Yeah. He's an ambassador for Me Tinte's paper. I'm using Pastel Mat for this. But he does beautiful landscapes and seascapes. Well, seascapes and skyscapes is his thing. Absolutely beautiful work. And very quick at using, he uses the wedges, these little wedges for pan pastels. And I watched him during the lockdown. He did a Zoom one. And it's just so motivating. I watch Joanna's on the oh, you've seen his work. Yes. See, that's why you got recommended, because he loves pan pastels. I love pan pastels. So Joanna, who's online, she's a pastelist. I love watching her work because you get stimulated. You see someone else in action and what they're doing, and you go, oh, I'd like to try that. or I just need to get back into action, because you can hear the thrill of doing the work. Just zoom out my. It's lovely to have you here, Joey. Where am I in this picture? I am doing some turquoise. What I'm adding to this picture. And it will pick it up. And I've just got to make sure I don't overdo it. Oh, I'm glad you're doing the pan pastels, Joanna. There's such a fun beautiful, they're just so different from everything else. Think about the work differently. By one of his classes. Oh, okay. Yes, there's not. He sells books. I've looked at his books too, and they're good. I'd really like to do is buy his work. Sorry, I'm just thinking about where I want to put my marks. These are just tiny little marks, and they may not show up in the camera. But they're just really important for me to about the painting. Saying earlier, Joanna, because this is, I'm trying to get ready for an exhibition. I need 12 paintings, and so I'm going back over my old ones, and it's quite funny looking at, you know, I thought I'd redo some of my old ones, give them a bit of freshness. And of course you evolve as you paint, and so you don't necessarily, and you continually do that. So this was done last year. If I was to do it again, I would have a different palette, do things differently. Like I look at the planes and the shapes just differently. And that's good. I think that's a wonderful thing about art, is that it teaches you to see the world with different eyes. So I've got two paintings that I'm touching up. I'm touching up this one, and just see if I can swing the camera around and see if you can. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's that one over there. Let's try and zoom in a bit. Whoops, wrong. So it's the girl in the water, and that one's from. Here's my picture. That one was from I think 21. It was the first painting I did where I thought, oh, I might have something here. Might be onto something. So I want to put that in the exhibition as well. Of paintings. Dawn. Yes, I've seen Dawn. I'm pretty sure it's Dawn. Has she got a Dawn got? Does she sell a set of pan pastels, or has a set for her? You can buy them on Amazon. I'm feeling I've seen her before. Yes, 12 paintings. It's see, you churn out paintings all the time. You're so prolific. Joanna, just machine. And I'm just so slow. I mean, they are fairly big works, so I'm not totally averse to my speed, my productivity. It was a my wife was watching a she does sewing, and she's been watching a tailor, an expert tailor, and he was talking about learning the craft and just not rushing it. And on a complicated painting, this was reasonably complicated for me. There were a lot of things I had to learn doing this one. I learned to accept that I am stylizing some things. But you just got to take your time. Painting's done when the painting's done. Don't stress about it. Many things to stress about in life, but not when your painting's not quite where you want it to be, or and so on streaming. That's why a lot of these, I probably only get this one painting done. I mean, I've got 7 minutes left to work on it. Will it be done by then? Don't know. I need it to be match ready. And it's not quite at that point where I feel ready. Delicately put some ochre on. They changed the name of ochre recently, pan pastel, to yellow oxide, and a bit mystified as to I'd used a lot of bright yellow green on for lighting, but I no longer use that for lighting. No matter how often I try it, it sort of works the way I want it. I know what I want under her arm is a strip of, would you believe, turquoise. That's what I want. Exactly what I want. Don't know why. Didn't do that earlier. And on her stomach now. You know what I want on her stomach? I want turquoise. Oh, I'm off the applicator. Trying to create a set in case they ever ask. Yes, I tried to create a set in case they ever ask me. Oh, I think in the last video I did, I was like, come on, Pan Pastel, make me an ambassador. I love your product. But they haven't responded. They sold The original makers of Pastel sold to another company. Golden something or other. Still one of the most economical ways to use Pastel too. Look at a pan and go, oh, that's a bit pricey, but they really last. You might find them a bit trickier, Joanna, on sanded paper. I don't think I'd recommend them for sanded paper. I don't know how you would apply them without because you use the applicators to put them on, and I've got a feeling they'd just get destroyed. I'm happy with that. Wanting some orange neck. The ear's quite red. Leave that was quite delicate. I don't want to too much on her. I think a painting should stand as well, so you know that's where you were at that time, space, and you know, I suppose Michelangelo would go along and look at some of his early works and go, no, I'm not doing that. Do them quite differently, but he didn't. He just moved on to other works. Oh, I do. It's worked well. Oops, that coming through. Golden, that's it. Yeah. Okay. Golden. They I've seen some of the golden, their other products which look like they're more for crafting. You don't golden do the Mod Podge? Someone else. Well, I think I'm going to have to come back to this painting. Probably come back to it tomorrow. It's just, it's close to what I want. Not touching his thumb. I was very happy with his thumb when I did it. What I'm seeing is there's a just on the little outline of warmth. Seeps in around the hand. I can just capture that with ochre. A bit more in. Okay. Well, I think we're going to call it a day. I'd like to thank all those who joined the stream today and those who are going to watch it on the replay. let me bring up the reference photo again. Transition, there we go. So that's the reference photo, and let's see if I can swing this. That's what I've been working on. I'm going to do something more with the background. I think that's a bit too... That's not really working for me, the background. Arm's pretty good. I might fix up something around his... his stomach's great. I'm happy with his eye now. Let me zoom in on that eye. Yeah. Yeah, so the light's hitting his eye. We've got some turquoise in there, some more shadow. Oh, thank you so much for subbing. That's wonderful. I hope you get to enjoy and feel motivated. That's the whole point, right? We just want people to go and do some art, enjoy a bit of rambling, but see ways of doing art that I make it up as I go. That's where I'm at. I just have to make it up as I go. But thanks for the sub. That's lovely. Yeah, so I'll probably come back to this painting tomorrow and just see if I can finish it off and then get on to the girl on the rock. Or she's not on the rock, she's just sitting in the water. So, with that said, let's bring up the thing and we'll say goodbye for now. Thank you very, very much.